The AV industry has been going through unprecedented change for the last few years, with a general shift away from analog and hardware-based products towards digital and software-based products. And certainly nothing looks like it's slowing down. In fact, about the only thing we can be certain of is the fact that technological change will continue to drive our industry. As it should. While for the most part these changes are positive, they do pose challenges. For one, they often seem mystifying and confusing for the average consumer when faced with entering the AV marketplace. In fact, many are so overwhelmed by the onrush of new and competing technologies that they don't enter the market at all because they have no idea where to begin. Some of the challenges these trends pose for us as an industry are combating the consumer's fear that they might not have the latest technology, or the long lead times from spec date to install date, with clients demanding the most recent products at the time of install. Mass merchants' advertisements that seemingly show their products with the latest tech buzzwords before the CI and specialty dealers have them. Problems with system integrations, where new technologies need to interface with existing systems. Those who are in the industry know well that quality products last for years, but the technology they integrate with changes constantly. And to consumers, it seems a terrible waste to replace a perfectly good receiver because it doesn't integrate with the latest source component, many times putting them off purchasing anything new at all. NAD has taken an innovative approach to this problem, one that if properly explained to customers should solve most of their hesitations. As well, the approach brings a solution for both CI and specialty dealers who are frustrated with the work they have designed in advance, or work in progress, being outdated before they can be installed. Not to mention the issue of never having the latest tech buzzwords in time. The solution is called MDC, or Modular Design Construction. For an explanation of how it was developed and designed, let's turn to Greg Stidson, Director of Product Development at NAD.
As a specialist audio-video manufacturer, we also have to deal with the rapid pace of change in our industry. When we introduce a new feature or technology, we like to make sure it meets our performance standards and is stable and bug-free before we release it. This takes additional time. With product development schedules often taking 18 to 36 months, it is a virtual impossibility to have all the latest features all of the time. And introducing a new model is very expensive, a cost that eventually gets passed along to the customer. These are the factors that initially inspired the modular design construction. But as we developed the concept, we found that there are many additional advantages that make truly compelling case for its implementation. Some of the advantages of modular design construction are time to market. We can add new technology when it is ready. We don't have to wait for the next product cycle. We also get better reliability. Moving to the modular design architecture has eliminated a lot of point-to-point wiring and connections, and the intermittent problem that can result from these connections. Giving each type of signal its own specialized printed circuit board has resulted in big leaps in performance. For example, the ultra-high frequencies of digital video require a very different type of printed circuit board than analog audio does. And with modular design construction, each module gets its own printed circuit board. Troubleshooting and servicing is very easy as well, and can often be done in-home without removing the product. The benefit to our customer is even more compelling than the advantage to NAD. As John pointed out earlier, the ability to upgrade to future technology gives our customer the option to expand and refine their system over time. The benefit to you, our dealer, is also compelling. It removes a major buying objection, making the sale easier to close. It brings the customer back to you for upgrades. And it allows you to sell the better performance of NAD. Selling NAD does not just make a sale, it makes a customer. We have some of the most loyal customers in the industry.
Sales tip. The place I would introduce this feature in the sale would be after the qualification, when I was describing the features of NAD. But before describing it, pose a question. Something like, a lot of people today are concerned when buying new electronics that it might get outdated quickly, and they might be stuck with a unit that's just a couple of years old when a new technology comes along and makes their investment worth much less. Is that something that you're concerned about? 9 times out of 10, they will say yes, it is a concern. And your response should be, I totally understand. I would feel the same way. One of the really interesting features about NAD is that it is built using MDC. It stands for Modular Design Construction. That means that if any new technology comes along, you don't have to go out and get rid of your unit. You just buy the upgrade board. Kind of like what you do with your computer. And then it's like having the very latest unit on the market. I find this to be a really intelligent design feature, one that respects the customer by allowing him to stay current if he wants to. You can finish by asking the customer, how do you feel about this? Chances are they'll feel quite positive about this design innovation, and it will help you as you go along making the case for NAD.